And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salt along with Keith Few. So let's get you ready for a Sunday edition here at Laurel Park. But real quick, we have to recap a big Saturday yesterday here at Laurel Park. And why was it big? Well, some talented, skillful handicapper navigated his way through our Rainbow Pick 6 yesterday, and he took it down for a little over $31,000. Let's talk about the pick 6 and the late pick 5. Late pick 5 paid almost $2,300. The early pick 5 yesterday, that paid over $5,300. So some big payouts yesterday. I jumped in on the Rainbow Pick 6. I played my on-air $57 ticket, and I played a bigger late pick 5 ticket as well. But I had the right idea in the first leg of the pick 6 yesterday, hitting the all button. I thought it was wide open, and we got a big price. You had that horse on top, the Romancing the Stone horse. That was the movie, right? What was the horse's name?
Romancing the Cat.
Romancing the Cat with Forest Boys aboard for Rory Houston. A big price to kick off the pick 6. So I had that horse. Nice pick by you. I didn't have the Hammy Smith first-time starter. He's been doing it for 30 years. How I left that horse off my ticket, and then Farrier got me again first off the claim. I didn't have that horse. So, but whoever hit the pick 6 yesterday, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. You got paid a little over $31,000 yesterday. Nice pick, Romancing the Cat.
Well, we hopefully somebody rode along with us, and maybe if we kind of put you into that spot to use that horse to hit the pick 6.
Right.
Stan and I will
take a little stocking stuffer.
Yeah, we'll take a stocking stuffer. But Forest Boy's nice ride. Got that horse
ride,
settled off the pace, swung out. Now listen, we got a little bit lucky. The Dorothy Wharton horse probably best in there. That horse was bottled up through the stretch.
Right.
Yeah, came through charging through a long tight quarters along the rail to just miss. But you know what? That's a little bit of racing luck. Sometimes it goes our way. We finally had one come our way, and thanks for us. The Fustels will have a Christmas this year.
All right, so big pick 6 payout and a late pick 5 that paid well. Both pick 5s paid big yesterday. The feature yesterday was early on, the big third level allowance feature, and She's Stunning, a big performance with Carol Cedeno. Carol Cedeno is going to be one of our top journeyman riders here probably this winter.
A lot more money came in on Adios Annie, Stan, than I thought. I liked Adios Annie. She didn't get away greatly from the rail, and that kind of cost her. But She's Stunning was able to kind of go away, go out and get the lead. Was pressured a little bit, but Duggan Gamely turned away a challenge mid-stretch to win it and pay $860. You talked about the Ham Smith firster for Jerry Romans. Well prepared, as those horses are down out of Ellery Training Center in Ellery, South Carolina. And Little United, you know, the key with that horse played to a 12-1, 10-1 morning line in the pick 5 when you really broke it on down, but I knew I whiffed on the line there, and I said something earlier on the show about that. Did I think she'd pay $6? No. Super C must have jumped in and hammered that horse late.
Yeah, I didn't use the horse at all, but Farrier, he won a race on Friday. Nice win yesterday.
He's got me twice now, Tony Farrier.
Yep.
He's slick.
He's slick.
Yeah.
He's slick. Yeah, good young trainer around here in Maryland. So that was all yesterday. Let's get you ready for Sunday Fun Day here at Laurel Park. Happy holidays from the Maryland Jockey Club. Hope you can spend the holiday Sunday with us here today. So live racing today, and then we're dark tomorrow, Christmas Eve, and then dark on Tuesday for Christmas. Live racing on Wednesday. Big 9-race card out here Wednesday, the day after Christmas. Come on out. Get out of the house. First race post time, 12:30 on Wednesday. We'll have a big crowd out here the day after Christmas.
Oh, that's always a big handle day. Everybody's got their money. They've got the Christmas money. They couldn't play, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. The relatives say, hey, we know you have a problem here. Here's a couple extra bucks. Go to the track and run it up. So I love it. I love the day after Christmas, the racing. We come in ready to roll with a pocket full of cash.
And a big day for our sister track out there in California. It's opening day at the great race place, Santa Anita, their big championship wintertime meet. That opens up day after Christmas. You can watch all the simulcast action from Santa Anita right here at Laurel Park. So that's the holiday schedule for this week. Now, no racing next Friday.
No.
We'll have live racing next Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, New Year's Eve day, and then we'll have live racing New Year's Day as well. Today, big, the second to last week, in the NFL schedule. A lot of big games today. We have the NFL Sunday Ticket here at Laurel Park. Every game, every Sunday, now featured in the new sports book here at Laurel Park, second floor of the grandstand. That has a 75-foot LED wall. It's equivalent to 25 yards on a football field, a gigantic TV wall with all the action, all the football games, all the horse racing. The Ravens took care of business last night. They had a big win against the Chargers. So the big games today for us local sports fans, the Steelers.
Steelers and Saints, right?
Yeah, that's at 4:25. And then the Patriots and Bills, they play at 1 o'clock. You can bet all the football games here. We have the $3,000 football pick-em. Just buy a program, go up there to the sports bar or the sports book, and you can enter up there in that $3,000 football pick-em contest.
Yeah, the house was rocking last night during the Ravens game.
Big crowd at the Fusco House.
We were ready
Rookies
to
on a roll.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and Lamar Jackson came into a situation, and a lot of rookies haven't been able to kind of do what he's done, and they've been set up with the right kind of offensive line. This line has always been a run-blocking line.
Right.
You've got a dynamic quarterback, a lot of athletic ability. Sure, he may not be the greatest passer, but you can dink and dunk down the field all day long with the new rules in football and stuff. They've got a great set of tight ends. So they've got to get focused on the Browns. The Browns are playing well, and let's enough about football. Let's talk about some horse racing and let's make some more money today.
Here we go. I like the early pick 5 today. Let's show you a picture of the main track here. We'll have a nice fast track today. That's good. We had an off track Friday and Saturday, and a perfect looking fast track today. It looks good.
Ready to roll. They've done a great job on this track. I thought we might get to good yesterday. We didn't quite do it. The warmth of the sun, the moisture stayed in it, but guys worked hard all night, and we got a fast track, sunny skies.
Beautiful
Get yourself a little beverage and head out to the apron, back and forth. You've got football, you've got horse racing. You can really make it a banner day here at Laurel Park.
Well, let's get right to it here. Race 1's going to start with a little carryover in that rolling super high 5 here in race 1. That's a little over 1,600. That's a low 15% takeout in the rolling super high 5. They don't hit it here in race 1. It'll carry over to the second race, and it'll just keep on going until somebody hits it. Also, race 1, we kick off the early pick 5. The early pick 5 yesterday paid over 5,300, just like the late pick 5. It features that industry low 12% takeout. Also, this early pick 5 that starts in race 1 is a mandatory payout. I have a ticket. Let's check it out. A $32 ticket. $32 ticket. And after a couple tough beats yesterday in the pick 6 and the pick 5, I still have $32 left in my pocket. I'm going to play this early pick 5 ticket starting here in the opener. I'm going to single my best bet of the day, the 4-year-old Marty with the Party, 8-5 here in the opener for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. So I'm keying on the 2, Marty with the Party here in race 1. Race 2, I'll go with the 1, 2, 8, 9. Race 3, I'm going with the 3, 4, 5, 7 in the third. And then race 4, I go with the 1, 3 there. The 3, driven by speed, my price play of the day, Trevor McCarthy on that 4-year-old filly for trainer Rudy Rodriguez, coming off a layoff, taking a drop in class. So the 3, driven by speed, I like there in the 4th. And then race 5, I used the 6 and the 9 there in race 5. So you can study all our tickets on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. Let's get rolling here. Race 1, we're going 6 furlongs, claiming 5,000, 3 and up, a wide open nickel to get the day started, and they're all going to have to beat the 2. Marty with the Party, 8-5 morning line. Jomar Torres aboard for Claudio. They hit about 25%. This 4-year-old, a 4-time winner here at Laurel Park. Beaten favor last out against Open 8,000. Takes a nice drop today. That's all it's going to take, I think, to get Marty with the Party right back to the winner's circle.
Well, he's been up against some pretty quick horses through the opening quarter miles in his last couple of races.
Yep.
Last time out, even the time before, he made a run into him and just couldn't sustain. I think with an alert break, he's left right with the front today, and I think on this drop in class, Claudio is deadly with this kind of move. Marty with the Party should be able to take control early and go coast to coast.
All right, so we both have the 2 on top. I have the 3 in my exacta. Zoo Yorker coming down from Finger Lakes for trainer Jeremiah Engelhardt. Vargas Vargas had a good day, a good day yesterday. He rides this 5-year-old who had a nice win on a muddy track 2 back early October, and then a good second early November. We haven't seen him since early November, and the Finger Lakes shipper yesterday didn't do any good. Didn't win,
No.
and I don't think might have hit the board. But Englehart's been bringing some Finger Lake shippers down here, and this horse a sharp work about a week ago, last Monday here at Laurel Park, a sharp bullet half-mile work. I used a 3 Zoo Yorker in my exacta.
And kind of a stalk and pounce kind of candidate, dropping out, has been protected the last several layoffs, off of layoff, now in for the tag. That worries me a little bit, but trying to get the gauge of these Finger Lake shippers, it might just take a little bit, and I do think they're going to have to take a little drop down to compete with the likes of some of our better lower claimers, no doubt about it. Marty with the party up to the front. I think the 3 is going to chase, maybe make a little move into it. I like the 5, Bruno Tessori's horse, Sorbonne, a horse that's run well at Laurel Park. The other Bruno Tessori horse has scratched the 1. Where's Dominic? Take out the 1 in race 1. But Sorbonne looks like he's kind of hedging back to some of his better form. Proven over this racetrack, a couple wins. I like him making a run from mid-pack. I think the Chaser's fade. I think he picks up the pieces. Look for a 2-5 exacta to get you started.
All right, so both Keith and I like the same 4 horses in the opener. They all have to beat the favorite, the 2. Marty with the party. Let's turn the page here. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. We're going 6 furlongs, claiming $16,000 for 3-year-olds or older horses. Never won 3. I have the 8 on top. You like the 8 in your exacta as well, so let's start right there.
Let's
the 8, Mr. Fix-It. We have a video spotlight from his last race, December 7th here at Laurel Park. Let's see. Here's the race going around the far turn.
You're going to pick him up again. Just hung wide every step of the way in a big Gauldy field. 11-horse field that day. They went quick. Taco Supreme, a really sharp form right now for Dana and Dilla DeVico and company. But Mr. Fix-It, I think, was just hung out too far against a quick pace. Didn't have anything left through the stretch. A little drop in class. This is a positive move for Kieran McGee. I think this horse will be forwardly placed in this group, maybe not hung out as wide. I know he draws the 8-hole, but I don't see a ton of speed. My top selection is going to be the 1, Jax Braden Rishi. Maybe the 6 will go ahead and force the issue. Didn't really show that speed last time. If the 1 can clear for Claudio and Robert Cole teaming up, I think this is another one where we've got still a little moisture in this racetrack. It should be tight, should be quick, a clean break, an alert break. This horse has gone up against horses that won 10, 11 races, into this kind of condition. Jax, Braden, and Rishi, we've got a stat for Gonzalez on this as well. I think can handle even a little bit of pressure if he needs to. Past 2 years, how about this? Gonzalez, 9 for 23, 39%, and 16 for 23 in the money. Allowance to claimers, dirt sprints, ROI, 453. That works for me. Claudio's loaded early. I think he's got horses at the first 5 races maybe.
And this could be a very potent team. Owner Robert Cole and leading trainer Claudio Gonzalez. RC's been one of the top owners in the country in the past. So this could be real exciting. RC teaming up with Claudio.
They could do some damage, no doubt.
Yep. All right. So let's see. There's the picks again. All right. Well, I like the 2 in my exacta here. Big Bella Brown, Trevor McCarthy on this 3-year-old son of Preakness winner. Big Brown for trainer Cal Lynch. Beaten favorite at this level, 2 back behind Trusting Friend, who came right back to win. And then Big Bella Brown stepped up to a tougher starter allowance race last out in a good 3rd. So it looks like he's back in good form and now drops back down to a good level today. You get the leading rider here, McCarthy, on the 2, Big Bella Brown.
Beaten favorite at this level, 2 races back, jumped up and ran much better at a big price, 26-1. He's kind of a chaser. He doesn't have that big finish, but he can just stay around. He's the type of horse that Trevor McCarthy can just carry to the wire. So if he's in range, as the leaders may fade, he just may stumble into overcoming the front runners there, like Big Bella Brown's a stayer. And the 3, Do You Want a Sauce, another Gonzalez horse with Carlos Carrasco. This horse will sit a trip again. Similar trip as last time. Take the rate inside, shift out, and make a run. I think this is another one, though. He might be a little bit better at 5.5. He might flatten a touch at 6.
All right, so it's a nice little sprint there to kick off that early pick 4 in the second race. Let's turn the page. Nice allowance race here, one of the features of the day to anchor this early pick 5. Race 3, we're going 6 furlongs, 3 and up. This is a 3rd level allowance condition, optional claiming $50,000. I have the 7 on top. You like the 7 on top as well. Let's check out the 7 Chic of Sheiks for trainer Lacey Gaudette. Rosario Montanez on this 5-year-old. A real big win last out. It was at this level, but was in for the tag last out, and a big win with a 95 buyer. That was back in early November. Been rested up since then. A big sharp bullet work, half mile 46-3, December 18th here at Laurel Park. Now he's right back in at the same condition he won last out. He's in for the allowance condition today. He's protected today, and he should get a nice trip on the outside.
Absolutely. Boy, I think good-looking horse. This horse comes, he looks sharp on the racetrack.
Right. They've
done a good job with Chic of Sheiks, and a perfect trip last time. Kind of reminds me of the trip that Whirlin' Curlin got. He was able to save ground, angle out, and go by. The speed, today there's not a ton of speed in this race. True front runner, so I think Chic of Sheiks will just kind of lay just to the outside of Mr. Bree, the 3. I think he's the speed for Claudio. He'll come back and run a better effort, bounce back off of that stakes try in a little bit over his head at Penn National. So 3 goes out, 7 tracks. I guess the real question mark horses, and he's a good horse. Boy, what a job this horse has done off the claim for $50,000 for 3 Diamonds Farm, just right up the ladder, going ahead, stakes placed, graded stakes placed. Do share, though. Only 2 starts this year. He has one off of a 5-month layoff in the past. Right. Now he comes off of it about a 7 or 8 month layoff. So he lost his speed for some reason. All of a sudden, he was dropping way off the pace back in March and April. You go back on the page, he's kind of a stalker. He's been working up a storm. Maybe he's fresh. Maybe he can keep these horses in range when they turn for home and run them down. But he's going to be a shorter price, but you got to respect the outfit and what this horse has done off the claim.
Sure, yeah. Mike Maker doesn't run too many horses here, but he brings a nice 5-year-old here with the 4 Do Share. I use an 8-to-1 shot in my exact to the 5 Irish Colonel, a 5-year-old son of Colonel John, a decent 3rd last out against Wide Open Allowance Company, 3rd behind Colonel Sharp, and the Grade 2 winner, Something Awesome. So that was a real big race, and this horse has some other big races on his form from this year. He won a 3 other than at Parks last February with a 92 buyer, a good 2nd at this level, going 7 furlongs back in March behind Grasshopper, beat Sunny Inspired that day. So this is a nice 5-year-old here, Irish Colonel for Cal Lynch, Georgie Vargas Jr. will ride. I'll take a shot for him to rally and get up into the exacta.
I liked him last time. A little trouble early, and just couldn't really put it all together through the final 3/8 of a mile. You look at Duchère, though. Go back to the morning line favorite. You're looking at the condition. You know, he gets in with that last little condition, right? Haven't won 40,000 since August 23rd. That's why he's not in for a tag. So pay attention. They're taking advantage of this condition. If you're taking like a race that was kind of written perfectly for a horse, this is it, correct, Stan? When you're racing off a stage,
like
right?
It's an old-fashioned money allowance race.
Yep.
You don't see too many of those.
It's good, yeah.
All right, so it's a 3 other than optional money allowance, optional 50,000, right?
Yep. Or which have not won money since a certain date.
Right.
That's why he gets in here free and clear, doesn't have to run for the tag.
All right, so nice allowance feature of the day there in race 3. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll dive into today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. It starts in race 4. You like the middle pick 4 as well. That also starts in the 4th. We'll check it all out right after this.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
All right, welcome back here. Let's check out race 4. Lots of action in race 4. We start the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 here in the 4th race. No carryover today. They took it down for a little over 31,000 yesterday, so we're starting fresh today in the Rainbow Pick 6. We'll jump on in and see if you can take down a $2,500, $3,000 Rainbow Pick 6 today. We also start the middle pick 4 in this race. Keith, you like the middle pick 4. Let's check out your ticket, see how you played it.
Yeah, this is the stretch of races I think is real tricky on this race card, offering some value. You may have to spread a little bit deeper. I know I've got a single in race 7. If you can grab a friend, maybe add 1 or 2 more horses. Well, let's get you started. 1, 2, 4, and 8 in race number 4. This is a beaten claiming for 8,000. Southern Peach off the claim, maybe a Bobby Leaf Christmas. How about that?
He's
You know, I think this horse fits in this spot out of an open nickel. And we're fifth race, 1, 5, 6, 8, 9. I think this might be the trickiest race on the card. Favorite draws outside, you know, kind of a speed, just off the pace kind of horse, but needs a little finish. I'm just worried the trip to Rosie's Rainbow, is she going to get hung out and take some of the starch out of that run? Sixth race, the 3 and the 8, Haynes Fever, and throw the deuce. We're going to go Kieran in there. Wrap it up with a single, Awesome Standard, and Katie Davis for Tim Keefe in race number 7. I think that horse Shakes Clear. Going to have to hold off the closers late, but I think the road's going to go through Awesome Standard once they get past the 8th pole.
All right, so nice middle pick 4 ticket starts right here in the 4th race. Let's check out the first leg here of the middle pick 4 and pick 6. We're going 6 furlongs, claiming 8,000 for filly mares 3 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months. Races in it for 7,000 or less, not considered in the eligibility. I go with the price play of the day here, the 3, Driven by Speed, 6-1 morning line here for this Rudy Rodriguez shipper from New York. He gets the leading rider, Trevor McCarthy, to take the call here on this 4-year-old filly by Overdriven. She was in the Todd Pletcher barn. She's run some business, mostly turf. In fact, all 3 of her wins have been on the turf. All of her money, most of her money earned, has been on the turf. So not much dirt form at all, but she's getting a class relief today. You get Trevor McCarthy, Rudy Rod. He's 28% in a positive ROI with new horses in his barn. So I'll take a shot here at a decent price with our leading rider, McCarthy, on the 3, Driven by Speed.
Yeah, I struggle with her on the line. She could certainly come down off of that. I guess it wouldn't surprise me if she's the favorite. She's 0 for 3, though. She hasn't hit the board on a fast dirt track, a 47,
right.
all turf. And I got to think she's gone out of this race. I mean, 8,000 starters if she's all right.
Sure,
I mean, somebody's
sure.
going to roll the dice, I would think. Can sprint, can go long on the grass. So, you know, I would think she's gone in here. I'm going to try to beat her. I go outside, Southern Peach. Let's go with the 8. Bobby Leaf's horse, first off the claim off of Dale Capuano. Just kind of caught a really fast horse in More Than Treasure. Just kind of ran them off their feet around the turn, and she just was flat through the stretch. Gets this group back to a condition. I know it's up in claiming price, but we got a condition 1 in 6 months here. I think she's right into the race early with Weston Hamilton. And when she's right there turning for home with a pace that's kind of to her favor, she'll fight you tooth and nail to the wire. I think she can step up and score at a price.
And Weston Hamilton, now a journeyman rider. This is his first day as a journeyman rider. He lost the bug yesterday. He's favored to win the Eclipse for top apprentice jockey this year. So regular weight here for the 8 Southern Peach with Weston Hamilton. I used the horse, see if the barn can step the horse up off the claim. Claimed her off of Dale Capuano. So I use her in my top 4. We both like the 1 here, Aiden's Ragdoll for your leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. Dropped to this level last out. Was the beaten favorite. It was the beaten favorite against Open 8,000 last out. Now second off the layoff. We get a beaten 8,000 today. A little easier. You have to give a little attention here to the 1 Aiden's Ragdial.
Yeah, same race as That Dare Gold comes out of. I throw the 2 in as a shot as maybe just a true speed. You know Acosta's going to be sending from the inside. The horse scratched, yesterday or the day before for this race, opted for this race. You're going to get a big price on That Dare Gold. Owns a 64 over this racetrack back in June. So I think it's all systems go for the 2. That's your price user underneath. I'm also going to use the 4, Gimme Kimmy. Always kind of leery. You got claiming off of Jerry Robb. But she takes back. She showed 2 moves in her last race. It really never got in a comfortable flow last time out. I think you sit back and just try to make one run with the 4, Gimme Kimmy.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 5 is going to kick off the late pick 5. No carryover in the late pick 5. They hit it yesterday for almost 2,300. But as always, we'll have that industry low 12% takeout. That means you get more money back when you hit the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Race 5, we're going 6 furlongs, 25,000 starter allowance condition, optional claiming 25,000 for filly and mares 3 and up. Never won 2 is a condition here for race 5, and I go with the favorite on top, Rosie's Rainbow. Beaten favorite at this level last out, but a real good second behind Cocktail Waitress. This filly by Fort Larned, she's 4 for 4 in the money here at Laurel Park. I think Montanez should get a trouble-free trip stalking on the outside. You're right. You made a comment earlier. She might get caught a little wide around that far turn. I'm hoping she has enough early speed to get in a good second or third spot, maybe 2-3 wide. That would be okay, I think, if she gets that kind of trip. So I go with the favorite, the 9, Rosie's Rainbow on top.
Yeah, I think she's going to need a perfect trip to get it done. Maybe not necessarily get clear, but maybe just lapped outside just one other horse,
Right.
possibly exhilarating for Michael Gorham and Robert Bone. This horse came in. They put the blinkers on off of a Triad Mountaineer, a barn change, and got the job done. Took pressure and kicked away. Respectable buyer figure when you compare it to the rest of the field. I think that horse is going to be a factor towards the front end, no doubt about it. I go for some prices. I think some horses from the back of the pack might work. Layla, this horse off since March. We're going to go motion to Gaudet, off time. This is a move that I like. I think this horse is going to be fresh, ready to go. She's got an okay try behind Sittable, who we've seen run around here, been competitive for Kelly Ruby at similar levels. Layla, down inside. I don't think she's going to be that close early, but I think she can sustain a run from maybe the 3/8 pole and go ahead and get done in that 7-2, 4-1 range. Also the 5, Velocita Brillante. She just faced better. She needed to break. She needed to drop in class. This is another one. This is a factor from the back of the pack.
All right, we both like the 6 as well. You mentioned exhilarating, a big win last out, first time blinkers. Michael Gorham, he's had a nice fall meet here. 4 wins from 13 starters. He's had some big win prices, and he'll get a decent price here on the 6 exhilarating.
Yeah, and the one horse we don't have in here, right?
What's that?
The 8. We don't have Dorothy Vaughn.
First off the claim for Claudio. He did it again. He did it on Friday. He did it again yesterday. You're right. Yeah, you'll get a good price here on the 8. Dorothy Vaughn just ran okay last out against 16,000 2 life, and steps up to a tougher condition today.
And certainly I will use in the exactas. Don't ever top my 4, but in my top 4. But once again, I kind of like middle of the road prices, and that's usually my play. I like 1 or 2 horses to key them top and bottom with a couple horses and go for there for my exotics, and then take the all button in the triple is how I like to play some tickets. Yeah, so you're not going to get beat by Claudio now.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 6 kicks off. The late pick 4 here in the 6th race. We're going a flat mile, claiming 5,000 for 3-year-olds or older horses. Never won 3, and we're both on the 3. Haynes Fever here, a 3-year-old by Haynesfield. He's won 3 times. Kieran McGee claimed him for 12.5 back in October. Nice win that day. A good third against Open 20,000 first off the claim, and then something went amiss last out against 16,000. Didn't run very well at all that day, but that was late November. He's running back here in about a little over 3 weeks. They drop him to the nickel. Very aggressive move here. And the horse, doesn't, even if he's not 100%, with this move dropping to the nickel today with a good rider, Carol Cedeno. That's why this outfit wins a lot of races. Maybe the horse had a toothache or something on November 30th, but he can have a couple toothaches today and still beat this field.
He ran into Teddy Mayer's big horse, Legends Hope.
That's right,
that
Legends
just
Hope.
Went around there and whistled.
Was dropping, yep.
Haynesfield, we've seen this move time and time again. It's an aggressive move. I think he's an all-or-nothing kind of horse. I think he runs big, wins it, or runs 3rd or 4th out of it. That's my key. I don't know. Maybe he was just too close chasing. He can make a run from the back of the pack. There's not a lot of speed when you really look at race 6. Pretty much paceless. It'll be interesting to see the opening quarter, 3/8 of a mile, how these jockeys are going to go ahead and ride. Will Acosta get aggressive on 5th Thief, a horse dropping down a little bit, right? I think this horse shipping in, dropped last time a good second at Mahoning Valley, but, chased much quicker in that Whirl and Curl and Federal Walk race 2 races back. This horse could hang around at a price, but I like the other horse, Throw the Deuce of Kieran's. This is another one. They just went so slow last time. Off of a sharp win 2 races back, got through the 2 in life condition. I know it was beaten 3 lengths, three and some change behind Brahms Rom, but I think this horse can move up off of that. I want to see some of these riders get a little bit more aggressive early. If we get that, I think we're going to see a better run from the 8 Throw the Deuce.
All right, so we're both on the 3. Haynes Fever there for Kieran McGee. You have a Kieran McGee exacta there, 3/8 in race 6. Let's turn the page here. Race 7 going to kick off the final pick 3 of the day. We're going 6 furlongs, claiming 5,000 for 3 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months. Never won 4 is a condition. You have the 5 on top. Let's start right there. Awesome Standard. You singled on this horse on your middle pick 4 ticket. It's your single. We have a video spotlight of his last race, November 4th at this level right here at Laurel Park.
Yeah, awesome standard. That day, unfortunately, ran into Young American, but you see him on the inside. He takes the lead. Opens up maybe about a half, almost 3 parts of a length by the time the field hits the quarter pole. They went okay internally, 22-3, 46-1. This horse is able to hang around. He doesn't have a ton of speed to deal with this afternoon, but just to the inside of Young American. Young American going too well. Very willing to the wire, though. This horse is clear of drive at night. A next out winner. There's no Young Americans in here today, Stan. And the other speed draws to the inside. Katie Davis, she can nurse a horse along on the front end or just off of it. We saw it with a big price. Robin Graham's horse the other day. Awesome standard. Gets the jump on the closers in here. I think he can get it done.
I like him. I use him in my exact. He's in good form right now for Tim Keefe. I guess I'm drinking the Linda Rice Kool-Aid here on the favorite to 6 Quick. Lightly raced this year, only 5 starts this year. Was running up at Aqueduct, and then they gave the horse all summer off. He came back late October in the mud at Finger Lakes and ran okay up there behind a next out winner, and now drops right to a nickel for life. So a big drop here for the 6 Quick for strong connections. Karamanos and Linda Rice, they're 35% together, so I'll put the favorite on top here in race 7.
Yeah, I mean, another one. They're jamming, and they want to get the money. Yep. This horse could find a new home after this race, but he's proven he can go the 6, 5.5 furlongs. He can make a run from mid-pack. I'm certainly worried about the 6 Quick. I'm going to come back Humboldt Street. I've been chasing Humboldt Street. He hasn't had the most comfortable of trips the last 2. Draws a little further outside today. I think today's the day. Shortens back up, gets it 6 furlongs out of the 7, flatlined a little bit behind Courgeon, a runaway winner last time out. A user here. He's still going to escape at a decent price, a factor in your supers, your tries, no doubt about it.
Humboldt, a great
you can't miss him, the gray around the racetrack.
Big good-looking 6-year-old Maryland bred by 2 Punch. You don't see too many 2 Punches still going Humboldt Street. Kind of looks like 2 Punch, who was a big gray as well. So a nice beat nickel to kick off the final pick 3 there in race 7. Let's check out the late daily double, race 8, claiming $5,000 for 3-year-olds. Haven't won a race in 6 months, never won 4. We're going 6 furlongs here in this race. We both like the 8. I have the 8 on top. That's fantastic. Now, here's the race from December 8th. Let's show you that race. Stumbled and got it caught in between horses. Here's the start for Fantastic last down.
Yeah, right down to the nose. Almost, really bad stumble. You see 2 to 3 lengths already behind the field, but Trevor was able to get this horse to kind of settle and relax well back, but did show willingness through the stretch. You see that, only beaten 6 lengths when it was all said and done. We're going to pick him up through the top of the stretch home, down to the inside with a yellowish, greenish, limeish cap, angles out, rallies between horses. Courgeon, just too good that afternoon. It's fantastic. The 2-back try was good. Boy, he was poised just off the leaders and just missed. Got run down by Drive at Night that day. He's a major player in here with an alert break.
It's a big field. McCarthy can be on anybody he wants, and he stays here with the H. Fantastic. So that's good enough for me right there, right?
Yeah, and my top selection is going to be the 4, Plenty Elusive. At first I was against this horse, but then I saw a stat, worked on it. How about this? Ness, last 2 years, third off of a layoff, dirt sprints in this lower $10,000 to $5,000 level. He's 8 for 21. That's 38%, okay? And it strikes at a positive ROI. I'm going to come back with Plenty Elusive. Gets back to a fast track. He looks a little bit better on a fast track. One of these 2, the 4 or the 8 in race number 8.
What do you make of the dropper here, the Rudy Rod dropper? Rudy Rodriguez bringing a couple droppers down here today. The 2, Get a Valentine, gets Victor Carrasco dropping from open 12-5 up there at Aqueduct, where he got clobbered last out by about 32 lengths. Ran an okay third the time before that against open 25,000.
Looks like a need to lead type for me, and I think the One Mo Focus is going to give him all he wants on the front end.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So nice beat nickel there to kick off that late pick 4, that late daily double, excuse me. Let's turn the page here. Race 9. We're going a mile in a 16th, claiming 8,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. Wide open 8,000 here. We both like the 6. I have the 6, Rare Eagle, on top. He's won 2 in a row here for trainer Ricky Silliman. Let's show you the 7-year-old's last race, late November here at Laurel Park against beaten 8,000. He takes care of business and gets the money this day.
Yeah, and this is another one where they were basically crawling up front, and he was able to sustain the run. Gomez put this horse under a drive. He was 4 and 5 wide every step of the way. Goes ahead, assumes command and mid-stretch to win, clear by a length and 3/4. Dazzling Oki got in trouble that race. A good horse, though. He was in very good form at the time. Rear Eagle might get a little help up front today. There is some speed in this race. The 2 Worth his salt to the inside. Day Strike, I think, will be aggressive from the outside post and be a forward factor a long way. I like Rear Eagle. I also like the 3 Hunting the Holidays for Jerry Brooks. This horse is coming back into form, second off of a layoff. I don't mind this little step up when this horse is right, and when Jerry had him right, he could run numbers that could win this race. He's going to escape at the price. He's your value in the 9th.
Yeah, and I remember that. That was a couple of years ago.
Yes,
this
he
horse
got hot here.
was on a roll here, and he's made almost a couple $100,000. I didn't use him, but you'll get a nice price. You get Victor Carrasco there on the 3 Hunting the Holidays, so a nice open 8,000 to wrap up our Sunday card here. Beautiful weather. I know no sweater today. I just got a little shirt and a jacket. I'm good to go here. The sun is out. Fast main track. Early pick 5. I like that. That starts in race 1. Lots of football for you up there in the sports book. Good luck today. Happy holidays from all of us here at the Maryland Jockey Club. Dave Rodman coming up next with today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.